The small Himalayan town of Ranikot Vale seemed to float between clouds and pine-scented breezes. For Kasturi Sen, a young writer from Kolkata, it was love at first sight. The soft hum of the bazaar, the scent of cardamom tea, and the snow-tipped peaks visible from her guesthouse balcony made her believe she had finally found her creative sanctuary. The Pinewood Guesthouse, an old stone building perched on a slope, was rustic but charming. Wooden floors creaked underfoot, the windows opened to sprawling views of valleys below, and at night, the wind carried the faint smell of burning pinewood from distant homes. Kasturi had come here to finish her second novel, a story about grief and belonging. Every morning, after writing for a few hours, she would wander to the Bean and Leaf Café, a tiny place tucked beside a bend in the road, with faded blue shutters and a bell that chimed each time a customer entered. The café was managed by Abby Thomas, a cheerful young man with quick wit and an easy smile. His uncle owned the place, but Abby ran everything: the orders, the books, and even the playlist. Abby and Kasturi became friends almost instantly. Abby would often find Kasturi at the corner table by the window, typing furiously on her laptop or scribbling notes on a pad filled with half-formed thoughts.
Still writing about people who cry too much?
He'd tease.
And you're still serving coffee too weak to keep me awake.
She'd shoot back. Abby and Kasturi would spend hours talking, about writing, about the town's old legends, and about the strange pull of the mountains. Kasturi loved those conversations. They reminded her that not all stories were born from solitude. One chilly night, as a thin mist wrapped around the guesthouse, Kasturi sat by her window, reviewing her manuscript. The world outside was silent. No cars, no voices, not even crickets. That's when she heard it, a soft murmur, almost a whisper, beneath her window. It was faint, indistinct, like wind rustling words through leaves. She froze. For a few seconds, the sound continued, then vanished. When she leaned out of her window, the courtyard below was empty. She convinced herself it was just the wind. But 2 nights later, it came again, this time clearer. A low voice. Pleading. A name. Perhaps. A sigh. Then silence. The next morning, pale and unsettled, Kasturi told Abby about the whispers. He frowned.
You're not the first person to say that.
What do you mean?
She asked.
There's an old story,
Abby said quietly.
Years ago, some tourists went missing from Pinewood. No one found them. People said the place was cursed. The owners left soon after. Since then, every few months, someone hears strange things. Whispers, footsteps, sometimes cries. But
he paused.
I've never believed it.
Seeing Kasturi's unease after hearing the story, Abby offered,
How about I stay with you at the guest house tonight, just to check?
Kasturi hesitated, then nodded.
If it's not too much trouble.
That night, Abby brought a flashlight and a flask of coffee. They stayed up late in Kasturi's room, talking softly as the wind howled outside. Midnight passed. Then, faintly, they both heard it. A whisper. Beneath the window. Abby jumped to his feet, grabbed the flashlight, and ran downstairs. Nothing. Only an old courtyard, half covered in moss and wet leaves. But as the beam of light swept across the ground, something caught Kasturi's eye. A patch of disturbed soil near the edge of the fence. She noted it silently. The next morning, the two returned to inspect the spot. The ground was uneven, the soil loose. Abby frowned.
Maybe some animal?
But Kasturi, driven by something deeper, curiosity, fear, or intuition, knelt down and started digging. Abby joined her. After digging for about half an hour, they found a piece of fabric. Old, torn, and rotting. They called the police. The police arrived with a team of laborers and widened the digging circumference. Inch by inch, the ground revealed the horrifying truth. Buried deep beneath the courtyard were human remains, several skeletons, tangled together. Alongside them was some rusted jewelry, bits of clothing, and an old wallet with faded foreign currency. The forensics team later confirmed that the remains matched the time period of the missing tourists, the very ones Abby had spoken of. Further investigation uncovered records linking the guesthouse's previous owners to financial fraud. It seemed that the tourists had caught them in the act, and the owners had silenced them forever. The whispers Kasturi had heard, it seemed, were cries for discovery, for justice long denied. The news spread quickly. Pinewood Guesthouse became a site of grim fascination. The previous owners, now living in another town, were arrested after fresh forensic evidence and circumstantial proof tied them to the murders. In the weeks that followed, Kasturi's writing changed. Her new book, The Whispers Beneath the Window, became a story about truth, memory, and voices that refused to die. When her manuscript was done, Kasturi sat once more in the Bean and Leaf Café. Abby brought her a steaming mug.
So this is it?
He asked softly.
For now.
She smiled.
I have to get back to Kolkata. My publisher's waiting.
They sat in silence for a while, watching the mist roll down the hills.
I'll miss this,
Kasturi said.
the quiet, the coffee. You.
Abby chuckled.
Come back soon. You've got more stories to write here.
A few months later, on a bright spring morning, a familiar bell chimed at the Bean and Leaf Café. Abby looked up and broke into a grin.
Kasturi Sen.
Did you think I'd stay away forever?
She laughed, dropping her bag on the chair.
The city's too noisy. Besides, I've got an idea for the next book.
Oh,
Abby leaned in, eyes curious.
what's it about this time?
Kasturi sipped her coffee, eyes twinkling.
About two people who found light at the end of a haunted tunnel.
Abby smiled.
I think I know how that one ends.
The wind outside whispered softly through the pines, no longer mournful, but peaceful. And as laughter drifted out of the little cafe, the mountains seemed to smile back, quiet witnesses to new beginnings.